Alright, live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon. Welcome to Weird Weekly Recap AKA W.W.R. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, aka news. I, of course, am Alexander.
Golden Loon.
And you, viewer, you. Today is Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, March 21st, 2026. So let's get into the news, shall we? Middle-aged man suffered brain hemorrhage after riding roller coaster.
Whoa.
Using his own experience as a cautionary tale, a Taiwanese man warned other people over the age of 40 to avoid going on roller coaster rides to avoid the risk of a potentially life-threatening brain hemorrhage. Writing on the social media platform Threads, the unnamed man, I almost said that unarmed man, I'm like, yeah, he lost his arms too? Claimed to have visited Abu Dhabi last August and gone on the famous Ferrari World roller coaster. Well, that's where your problems began right there. They don't have safety standards, really, over in the Middle East. They just throw shit together. You're lucky to be alive after one riding, no matter what, let alone a brain hemorrhage. Known for its high G-forces and speed, he started feeling unwell as soon as he got off the ride, but brushed it off as temporary issue. His dizziness persisted through the night as well, and things only got worse over time. After returning to Taiwan, the man began experiencing headaches, which only got worse over the next few months, but CT scans revealed nothing out of the ordinary. Last week, however, he suddenly collapsed in bed and was, well, okay, that's a good spot to collapse, in bed, and was rushed to the Air Force General Hospital emergency room, where another scan revealed a severe dural hemorrhage. So, yeah, be careful out there on roller coasters. And it just
it's fixable though, does it say?
Let's see here. He underwent brain surgery to remove the blood that had built up in his skull. Doctors told him that this was not a typical stroke, but a chronic bleeding buildup caused by severe external shaking. And one actually asked him if he had ridden a roller coaster lately. So it sounds like
It sounds like he had brain surgery.
Yeah.
Made it.
I don't want to read the rest of it. I want to intrigue people to clicking in the under. Which, by the way, this article and all the others are already in the underbar section. If you'd like to go check them out, during or after the show. Moving on up, more from Audio Central. A human 3D printer carves intricate carrot sculptures with her teeth. And I'm not being ironic or funny at all. And, this is cool and everything, what I'm about to show you. But at the same time, for all the times I bitch about my life and what am I going to do for a job? Robots and AI are taking over, yada yada. I'm a straight white male in California. There's nobody hiring my crack ass, all that shit. And then I see things like this. I'm like, maybe my life isn't so bad after all. I'm not resorting to making, vegetable art and wasting food, and just wasting my time on something admittedly cool looking, but at the end of the day, it's complete crap. Chen Qin, a 25-year-old woman from Inxi in China's Hubei province, has been dubbed a human 3D printer for her unusual talent of carving complex structures out of carrots using only her teeth. The entire creative process is completed without the aid of carving knives or other carving tools, and Chen has already taken on the title of world's only tooth carver. Okay, once again, cool, but, really, ultimately, who cares? Chen claims to have discovered tooth carving completely by accident while streaming during last year's Spring Festival. She started snacking on a carrot and decided to use her teeth to shape it into a simple shape. Her creation got a lot of praise from viewers, so she started experimenting with different vegetables. Now I'm about to show you, this is one of her carvings.
What?
Multiple carrots put together. As I said, that looks cool, but at the same time, really, this is what you're doing with your life. It's I don't know what to think about it.
这是嫦娥的玉兔精下凡了吗？湖北25岁女孩用牙啃出一座房。
There we go. No idea what the hell they're saying. I'm just trying to showcase in video, she's carving things up and then putting it together, and see, she makes intricate. Wow, that's cool, but at the same time, eventually it's gonna rot, and that's all food. I mean, especially in today's world with all of this environmentalism and humanitarian stuff going on, why is she not canceled yet? So, I don't know. Anyway, moving on up, 15-year-old teenager steals bus, drove it 80 miles to take girlfriend to school. Wow. Now, interestingly enough, Creative, you remember Creative?
Yeah.
he's in Germany. He heard about this.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mentioned this while we were talking earlier, while I was researching for the news. He's like, oh, wait, I heard about this and everything. So last Friday, a 15-year-old boy from Wiesbaden, Germany, snuck into a bus depot, got access to one of the vehicle's master key, and managed to drive away with a bus without anyone noticing. Technically, the theft was recorded by CCTV cameras, but the staff simply assumed the bus had been taken by one of their drivers. Although the bus was taken around 6 a.m., police were notified later that afternoon. The company originally believed one of the drivers had accidentally taken the wrong bus, and it was only after checking with their staff that they had realized it had been stolen. That is an AI-generated image, by the way. That's not the kid.
How do you know that?
Because it says it right here.
Oh, okay.
And you can kind of tell a little bit, but dude, things are getting really uncanny, and without little prompts like this.
Yeah.
Or maybe for all we know, that's a real image, and they're just straight up making it think it's fake. We don't know anymore. This is the danger. We gotta back away from AI, and we gotta.
Even pre-AI, they could take a photo of the inside of a bus and put someone in.
But they would still say dramatization.
Yeah, I got that.
So,
but I mean, it's not just AI that can screw us around. They've been able to do it for years. Not to the perfection of AI, not even close.
Well, nowadays you can have a program and make yourself look like any world leader or celebrity and really ruin them, and it's very difficult even for AI, because there's actually been people have generated AI images and they've ran it through some of the top-notch billion-dollar investment programs that are supposed to purpose-built to detect AI, and then it doesn't detect it. So even AI cannot detect AI anymore these days. So
and the other side of the coin is someone famous who say, "I never did that."
Exactly.
Someone that's an AI.
Yeah.
And then they're off the hook.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back on track here. Using the GPS positioning device on the bus, police were quickly able to locate it in Karlsruhe, a city about 130 kilometers or 80 miles away from Wiesbaden. I believe that's how it's pronounced. A patrol car in Karlsruhe spotted the bus, and officers were shocked to find a teenager behind the wheel. He had just picked up his girlfriend from school and was apparently driving back to Wiesbaden. He had
waited all day for her to come back, get done with school. Then.
Yeah, and according to Creative, I'm not going to read because there's not much left of the article. So I want people who are interested to go, give them the foot traffic or the web traffic, I guess. But Creative said he was on his way to return it.
Yeah, that's what it
Well,
said.
You still stole the damn thing.
Oh, of course, it doesn't matter. You stole it.
Stupid. Moving on up, this country offers residents $29,000 to give up their driver's licenses for 5 years. This scares the hell out of me.
Where are you? I'll give up mine.
No. Because first off, they can very easily just not give you the money, and then what are you going to do? Sue the government? You're going to lose. Number one. Number two, they can just not give you back your license, and in 5 years, maybe things will be, we're all in cages and everything. That's where the world's heading. They're trying to limit our ability to travel. That's why they're bringing in all of this real ID shit and the digital ID. That's why they're bringing in all the kill switches for cars. That's why they're bringing in technology that's taking a step backward. The electric car, which takes forever and a half to charge and doesn't go that far. If you look across the entire board, everything is constraining the masses, and then they're easier to control. I mean, if you look at the concept of 15-minute cities, everything that you need is 15 minutes away. Oh, that sounds great. Well, that's a chicken coop. You know what? I'm just gonna play this video really quick. 15-minute city chicken coop. I just want to. This is 4 minutes long. But
what is a 15-minute city?
I'm just going to play a little bit of this.
I have a very special clip as we travel off-site to...
Hold on.
I get to take what they produce. They're free to come and go, but the world is so scary for them out there. They will never leave. I don't have
I suggest really watching this entire, because this is terrifying. But and I really want to show this to you. But this is the entire concept of 15-minute cities. If they limit 15-minute, they limit the will of the people to even travel, then the world is whatever they want to tell us. I mean, remember that thing where like the guy in the cave and all he sees is that shadow and he thinks that's the world, because that's all he knows. Well, if everything, if all of your needs and wants are met within 15 minutes, what's the point of ever exploring the world? That's terrifying.
What's that? Psychology, allegory of the caves.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. So, but yeah, Malta, Europe's smallest country, has one of the highest vehicle densities in the continent, and traffic congestion is a constant issue. To mitigate the problem, authorities have come up with an ingenious program titled Driving License Surrender Scheme. Oh, the scheme. Wow. They even say the bad versions of the word. Like, they're not even hiding their schemes. Which is designed to incentivize people to surrender their driver's license for a period of up to 5 years. How about you just, pay for people to move off the island? Rather than trying to entice them to give up a first world privilege, incentivize them to move. If traffic is that bad, then clearly you have a population issue, not a traffic one.
Well, no, it's traffic.
Because of population.
Yeah, but maybe they need the workforce, but they don't need the traffic. So if people would car share or take a bus, and for $30,000 you can take a lot of buses.
Well, then here's an idea. Why not incentivize them to use the bus instead of trying to take something away from them? You see, that's what they're doing. You see, that's why I said what I said. As soon as the government wants to take something away, every alarm in your head should be screaming. Yeah. So, anyway, let's move on up here. Meet Jessica Foster, the wholesome U.S. soldier and Donald Trump fan who doesn't exist. Jessica Foster joined Instagram in late December of last year, but during that short period of time, she managed to grow her following on the Facebook-owned social network to over 1 million. And it's not hard to see why. She's very beautiful. Some might say suspiciously so. She serves in the U.S. Army, and is an avid Donald Trump fan, constantly posting photos alongside the U.S. president. But there is something off about Jessica. Even ignoring her seemingly perfect looks, you can't help but raise an eyebrow when you see that online searches yield no results about her. Apart from the carefully crafted Instagram account, Jessica Foster does not exist, and that's because she's not a real person, but an AI-made avatar designed for a very specific demographic.
Wow.
So this is conservative propaganda. Both sides are awful. The left, the right, conservative, or liberal conservative, blue, red. Like, it doesn't matter. They're the same wings on the same bird, and it ain't an eagle, it's a vulture picking your ass through taxes. This is all fake.
Phony, that picture does look phony.
Yeah, but still, like,
because
it's...
they put her in the primary with Trump in this background, and it doesn't go that way. They could be side by side, perhaps, but generally, the person with Trump or people are always secondary, and he makes damn sure of that.
Yeah, well, if she followed that, then how are you going to know that it's fake?
Well, I don't know that. I don't even know
this
that's
is,
fake.
This is literally conservative propaganda.
That blows my mind. All those followers, and it's not even real. That's amazing.
Yeah, on Instagram, the blonde influencer posts surprisingly tame content focused mainly on her life as a U.S. soldier and her interactions with Donald Trump and various famous guests at the White House, including soccer superstars Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. But if you check out her bio, you'll see the phrase, "Yes, I have one," and a link to her OnlyFans. Wow! She has OnlyFans as well. Wow, this is gross. It's a porn site.
Oh.
Essentially.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So, not only... You know what? Whoever actually owns this account should be charged with what's the word? Stolen valor. Should be charged with stolen valor. Because he's falsely portraying somebody who's not only was a military soldier, but is a military soldier. That should be, this is disgusting. This is something I'd expect the left to do. Not the right, but then again, as I said, both parties are awful. The bipartisan bullshit. It's a lie. So, this is absolutely repulsive. Moving on up, what else do we have? Speaking of repulsive, an arcade draws criticism for using live hamsters as prizes in claw machine game.
Oh, man. That is horrible.
Yeah, and it's, yeah, China, of course. Yeah, I knew it was going to be China or Japan, one of those two. Like, this shit doesn't happen in Europe or the Americas, or even Africa. There's only one area of the world where this gross shit like this happens. Shocking photos of tiny hamsters crowding together in the corner of a claw machine. They're scared, man.
Yeah.
I can't read this. I gotta keep going. I can't. That's gonna make me cry. Shame on you, China. You that is just. You know, I'm ready to go to war for that. That's just gross. From UPI here, message in a bottle floats from Canada to Scotland in 2 years. That's quick.
Wow, that is.
A man walking with his dogs on the coast of Scotland found a message in a bottle that had been launched from off Canada's Prince Edward Island. Mike Scott said he and his dogs were walking on the beach in St. Sias, south of Aberdeen, about 2 weeks ago when his Labrador Retriever Maggie found the bottle in the shallow water. Scott found the bottle contained a letter that was sealed in a plastic bag to protect it from leaks. The letter, which was written in French, was dated August 2024 and said the bottle was being launched from a ferry traveling from Prince Edward Island to the Isles de la Madeleine in Quebec. All right, and if you want to read more of the story, please go in the other bars. 2 weeks, that's really quick.
Yeah, well, it got it out in the open currents. It wasn't like from the shores. That helped probably.
Absolutely. It makes you wonder, like, I wonder if they ever have put like a little GPS locator thing, in a bottle and tested it to see how far it gets from shore to open waters versus like dropping it in open waters. Like, that'd be a cool little experiment to try. And just see where it goes. Like, we already know where the currents go, so they can kind of predict where it's going to land. So, anyway, Pakistani man performed 66 thumb push-ups in 1 minute.
Oh, jeez.
Holy cow.
It's more than a push-up a second.
With his thumbs. With his thumbs.
Wow.
You know
how fast that is?
Oh, well, this fast. And he's on 1 foot, too. What an absolute Chad. That is awesome. Yeah, he broke the same Guinness World Record for a third time by performing 66 thumb push-ups with one leg raised in 1 minute. Muhammad Arshad, who has broken more than 14 Guinness World Records for feats of athleticism, earned the title for the most thumb push-ups with one leg raised in 1 minute for a third time in May of 2025, the record-keeping organization said. He said keeping balance on his thumbs with one leg bent at a 90-degree angle was one of the biggest challenges during training. Yeah, like, I don't see, David Rush getting in on this anytime soon. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, that's crazy. We also have more than 1,050 people form a human shamrock in Dublin, Ohio. Yeah. The city of Dublin, Ohio unofficially broke a Guinness World Record by arranging more than 1,050 people into the shape of a massive shamrock. The record attempt, organized by creative agency Cornet and Visit Dublin, Ohio, took place at Riverside Crossing Park after the city's St. Patrick's Day parade on Tuesday. Organizers said more than 1,050 people in green ponchos formed the shape of the shamrock, enough to break the current Guinness World Record for the largest human shamrock, which was set by 815 people, A15 in Ireland, same area, Dublin, Ireland, and back in 2013. So, this is cool. I wonder if there's a way to get rid of the audio. It doesn't seem like there is, so, oh well. Moving on up, bear emerges behind a TV reporter during live broadcast. This is scary.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play this.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in Monrovia.
And you see it behind her, like, immediately.
Attacked a woman walking her dog in this neighborhood, and now they're trying to determine
So, like, the bear had attacked somebody.
So she's doing a report on the bear?
On probably that same bear.
A loose bear in the neighborhood.
She's attacked somebody. Like she said that at the very beginning.
All see that bear up to the right side. We'll get back.
Yeah, they're all like they all saw it.
I see it now.
Okay,
they're
let's
like,
go back
get her
to
out of
headlines.
there.
We're going back now. Aaron, what are you seeing out there? And be careful.
Grass down the street.
Hi, you guys. You can see the bear actually walking into the trap, or nope, it was going to, but now it's walking out. We're going to step back a little bit.
So wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
So that's very scary.
Oh, boo.
Turkeys on the tracks delay Staten Island trains twice in 2 hours. Just run them over, dude. Who cares? Wild turkeys interrupted train services on New York Staten Island twice within the space of under 2 hours. Like if you don't just run them over, if you let them, keep doing that, then they're going to learn that's okay, and then now you're going to cause massive slowdowns constantly whenever you have to stop for. Just run them over. Screw them. The first incident occurred at around 2:30 p.m. Monday when turkeys were spotted on the tracks west of the Staten Island Railway's Old Town Station. Metropolitan Transportation Authority spokeswoman Jora Flores told the New York Daily News that the birds eventually scattered after multiple blasts of a train horn. The turkeys were again spotted on the tracks, this time near St. George, not year, but near, about 4 p.m. Those turkeys also eventually scattered at the sound of a train horn. Just, you know, run them over. Screw them. And last but not least here, a syrup spill closed California highway for nearly 9 hours.
What did?
A syrup spill.
Oh, syrup.
A stretch of California highway was closed for nearly 9 hours when crews worked to clean up a sticky syrup spill. The California Highway Patrol said a truck overturned Monday on the westbound lanes of the 10 freeway in Fontana, causing hundreds of gallons of syrup to spill out into the roadway. Californian crews attempted to use an absorbent material to clean up the syrup, but it proved to be too sticky, so a water truck was summoned to hose down the roadway. There's not much left of the article, so I'm going to end it there. And yeah, that shall be the end of the show, you know, for today. Please check the underbar of the description for any link that you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Saturn's Day at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows coming up. A history show in an hour and 29 minutes. Actually, no, 39 minutes. And we got to hit the gym here.
Yep,
So,
yep,
yeah.
absolutely.
Until you catch us at that point, for all of you and all of us, I'm AO Xander.
Yes, and that last story was a sticky wicket. Cold and Loon out.
Are you referring to cricket now? Wickets?
Oh, no. No.
Oh, yeah. And of course, you are you. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Hopefully, you'll see us in an hour or so, you know, with the history show. Toodles! And y'all.